What's up, folks? David Soto Jr. here. Has your mother ever told you, well, you better enjoy it now, because it's not going to last? Has anybody ever told you? Have you heard that before? Enjoy it now, because it's not going to last. So the other day, I was laying back here. Don't start whining. I'm making a tape, fool. I was laying back there. Me and Rusty, we were just chilling out. I was reading this damn book, and I saw an old man walking by. There's a community center up in Cottonwood, Arizona. Saw the old man walk by, and I was like, "Oh, look at that old guy." I'm like, "It's gonna be me." That's gonna be all of us. Like, we're all gonna get to that point. Maybe we'll die in a motorcycle accident or in a skiing accident. But more than likely, we're gonna grow old. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't stop it. We're going to age. There's nothing we can do. And I realized, like, I better enjoy my life, because it's not going to be here long. And that's exactly what I've been working on, I've been writing on. It made me think, like, is this the meaning of life? Is the meaning of life to enjoy it? And that's what the Dalai Lama said. In one of his books, he said the purpose of life is to be happy. And I always thought, that's cool. I'll take that. I'll take that as an answer to the purpose of life, or the meaning of life. Be happy. And then I read Siddhartha, the book by Herbert Hess. And in that, for some reason, I drew out what I believe to be the meaning of life. And the meaning of life, to me, or what I had concluded, was that the purpose of our life as humans is to do what every other living creature in this world does, and that's produce a surviving offspring. As much as I didn't like that explanation of the meaning of life, which I completely made up, right? I didn't read it in Siddhartha, but while reading Siddhartha, it came to me. It didn't make sense. I didn't like it. Too many people were having goddamn kids. You know, drunks and drug addicts and mentally ill people, they're having kids. That can't be the meaning of life. And then it occurred to me, I don't know, some years later, that the key words there are surviving offspring. Like, not only do you have to have the kid, but you have to raise it so that it can survive, right? The eagle has to teach its eaglings to fly, to kill, to hunt. Bears teach their cubs to hunt, to forage, to survive. We as humans not only have to teach our kids how to survive, but we have to not fuck them up. And that's where you dig deeper into having a surviving offspring. The key to having a surviving offspring is to not be... My friend told me to stop using the F word, but I like using the F word. I'll try. I'll throw some in there. If you are messed up yourself, if your shit is messed up, you are going to have messed up kids. Because no matter what you teach them, more is caught than taught. Right? More is caught than taught. You are setting an example on how to be a human being to your children. And if your shit is not together, guess what? Guess what? One example I have is when I had a girlfriend, and we put ourselves on the budget, and we are trying to get out of debt, and she had a beautiful little girl, and I heard myself saying as I walked through the house, "Why are all these goddamn lights on? Nobody's in here." Now, my dad didn't say, "Son, this is how you bitch about turning off lights. When you grow up, this is how you do it." He didn't do that. He just did it. And I don't know, 30 years later, never, ever, ever, ever saying those words in my life, they just came out. Just like my dad. He didn't teach me to do that. He set the example. And that's how our offspring are going to learn from us. Yeah, you can teach your child how to sew. Yeah, you can teach your child how to hunt. Yeah, you can teach your child how to cook. But behavior-wise, habit-wise, they're going to pick them up from you. All right? So when I say the meaning of life is to produce a surviving offspring, that includes the fact that you have to get your shit together yourself in order to do that. That's kind of cool philosophy, kind of deep. The problem with my philosophy or theory, whichever, I don't know, technical terms, semantics, is that what if you don't want to have kids? Or what if you can't have kids? Or what if you don't have kids? Or people get real, your meaning of life sucks because, and granted, it's a whole, like, it doesn't mean you're a failure as a human being. It just means, I don't know. So you take what the Dalai Lama said, you take what I concluded while reading Siddhartha, and then you take my realization of this, that we're gonna fucking die. In the blink of an eye, this is all gonna be over. None of this shit that we're striving for or working for or saving for or educating ourselves for, none of this is gonna go with us. We might as well enjoy our life while we're here, because it's not gonna last. So for a day or two, that's the meaning of life. Enjoy life. Enjoy it. The purpose of life is for you to enjoy it. And I started writing that day. And it's been a few days of been working on this article. And then yesterday I concluded that I still firmly believe that the meaning of life has to do with producing a surviving offspring. Every living creature in the world does this. Every living creature in the world does this. There has to be some root to it. In order to produce a surviving offspring, you have to set an example of what it's like to be a good human. To be a good human, you have to enjoy your life in general, your life, you have to be happy. That's what being a good human is. And when you're a good human, you set a good example to raise a surviving offspring. It's deep. I wrote about 1,500 words, 1,400 words about this. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put a link in, I'm going to put it in this corner. And you can read it. And if you don't read it, it's kind of this version. It's a little bit different. But I'm a writer, I like to write, but I also like to talk. So you get two versions. I'll post this video in the article, and then, I don't know. We'll see. That's it. I appreciate you paying attention to me for 10 minutes if you even made it this far. All right? Thanks.